Welcome back to Strength and Health for Life, where we prevent you from damaging your body. Hello. Welcome to day 59 of our weight loss journey together. Before we begin, we ask that you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and watch the video all the way through. Also, if you have any topics you'd like to see on this channel, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. So today's topic deals with bariatric surgery. For those of you who don't know, bariatric surgery is a type of surgery that helps you lose weight. Whether it's implanting a lap band or removing part of your stomach, these surgeries alter your internal organs in order to help you lose weight. Now, I personally will never do one of these surgeries, but I will never condemn someone who does. If you'd like to know why I won't, please watch the video and I'll tell you at the end. But regardless, it's important to understand the pros and cons before you make any decision about what you want to do. I mean, we're all adults here, so we do it to make our own decisions. So I've taken it upon myself to search for and provide as much information for all of you as possible. And some of this information is not information your doctor will share with you. Now you may be asking why, but I think we all know the real reason why. Money. So let's take a look at the pros and cons of bariatric surgery together, starting with the pros. By the way, if you'd like a more natural way to increase your body's fat burn, click the first link in the description below the hashtags. Pro number 1, lose weight fast. Now if you stick to their diet to a T and exercise 6 days a week, you could lose up to 50% of your overall body fat within 6 months. Now of course this will cause people to react to you differently and see you differently when you're out in public. And who doesn't want people to react better to them when they see each other? Pro number 2, it can fix a lot of health issues caused by obesity right away. People who do these surgeries tend to lose their diabetes overnight. Another example is they also often see a reduction in bad cholesterol. It can be a quick fix to these problems. But what I'd like to interject here is all of that can also be done with a proper and healthy diet. I, for one, have seen it happen, as my mom at one point had diabetes and completely reversed it just by changing how she ate. And to be honest, I may be overweight, but I'm not even pre-diabetic. This is because the problem has never been what I've eaten, but always been how much I've eaten. All it takes is some willpower and you can do the same thing. We actually addressed how to build and exercise willpower in another video. If you want to see that video, click the banner right here. Now I only have 2 pros for bariatric surgery because as I did research, most of the other pros people came up with fit under these 2 categories. And it just seemed wrong to pad the pros with so many iterations of the same ideas. So let's move on to the cons. And there's quite a few. Now keep in mind as we go through these, more extensive research needs to be done on the long-term effects of bariatric surgeries. But even so, it'll just add to this list, not remove any. Con number 1, excess skin will be a problem and it's expensive to remove. When you lose fat as fast as you will if you get bariatric surgery, you're going to have a lot of loose skin hanging around where your fat used to be. This is absolutely unavoidable, unfortunately. And it may take just as long for your skin to spring back naturally as it would have taken you to lose the weight altogether to begin with. That's if the skin springs back naturally at all. Con number 2, the risks are not as low as stated. I've seen several blog posts state that the risk of complications is less than 5%. That's for a gastric bypass and it goes down from there. But then I stumbled across a presentation by Dr. Andreas Einfeld. I'll leave the link to that page in the description down below. So let me share with you a few of the risk percentages on that page. The risk of death is only 0.14%. Now this is very low and accurate. So at least you know you won't die during surgery. Unless you're super unlucky. I mean, that's the kind of luck you get when you not only lose the lottery, but they ask you to pay the winner. Now, 5.4% of people have readmissions. There's also 5.4% of people that have to have the surgery redone within 30 days. The risk of stricture is between 5.7 and 15%. That doesn't look like 5% to me. In fact, if you add them all up, that's way more than 5%. you'll see that there are a few other statistics there that deal with people not complying with diet restrictions. But those percentages are very low because most people do stick with it. I would also like to share a quote from him from that same article. "We live in a sick world when we have to adapt our bodies to our industrial processed foods." And he's right, we really should be eating more natural foods anyway. Whew, that section was a slog. Con number 3, malnutrition can be present. Now this is mostly due to people not taking the vitamin supplements that the doctor prescribes, especially if you're doing bypass surgery. Your stomach becomes so small that you need extra supplements in order to provide all the vitamins and minerals in your diet. Maybe you're wondering how small? The size of a shot glass. But they also bypass part of your small intestines. I wonder if that's why they call it gastric bypass, which directly can cause the next con. Con number 4, compromised absorption. Your bile helps your body absorb fatty acids in your small intestines. In addition to that, vitamins D, K, A, and E are also absorbed through your small intestines. Now the primary absorption of all these things happen in the first section of your small intestines. So when you bypass that portion, you just can't absorb everything you need. Even if you take the right supplements, you'll find that you'll probably have some vitamin deficiencies. Since vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, you'll also have a calcium deficiency. Now, more long-term studies will have to be done on patients of bariatric surgery, but so far there is a correlation between bariatric surgery and a reduction in bone density throughout a person's life, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. And this would affect women most because most women go through calcium deficiency as they get older anyway. That's why many women have osteoporosis as they get older without taking calcium supplements. This just magnifies it and makes it even worse. But again, more long-term studies will need to be done, but this is the direction it looks like it's heading. Con number 5, post-surgery depression. Unfortunately, a small portion, but not small enough portion, of people have depression after surgery. Interestingly enough, the depression mirrors that of those with an eating disorder. But I should also state that some of the depression may come from patients regaining weight when they don't actually stick to the plan. A study at Yale University depicted that 13.1% of people have this depression after their surgery. I'll also link that paper in the description below. Con number 6, an increased risk of addiction to alcohol and or drugs. Now, many people are obese because they're addicted to food. But when they get their bariatric surgery and it removes that addiction to food, that addiction may hop to something else. Something more destructive and that can cause more problems with your life. And from a logical standpoint, it also means you run a higher risk of getting alcohol poisoning. This is because with your stomach so small and your intestines being cut off, alcohol doesn't spend nearly as much time being digested before it's absorbed. And your stomach no longer holds it nearly as long. So if you do decide to get bariatric surgery, please be extremely careful when you're drinking. In fact, it's best not to drink at all, just to be on the safe side. Con number 7, you still have to work out. You thought that was the easy way out. Oh no. Even your doctors will tell you that you still must work out at least 6 days a week. This just goes to show you that there's no real easy way out. So you may be wondering why I don't want to ever have gastric bypass or any of those bariatric surgeries. Well, let me tell you why. Because it's not an end-all solution to weight loss. You still have to work anyway, so you might as well try to do it naturally. And if you have a problem losing it naturally, then you must have some other issue. Many times people don't lose weight when they try to work out or diet because they're not doing it properly. The diet must be sustainable, of course, but you have to know what to eat and how to eat properly in proper portion sizes. Because if you're not eating proper portions, you're still going to gain weight. This can be misconstrued as trying everything when really you have, but you really haven't at the same time. But it's not your fault. How can you possibly know how to diet and exercise properly if no one's taught you or told you how to? I mean, it's simple enough. Doctors tell you, well, you need to eat properly, eat plenty of vegetables and all of these things, but they don't go over proper portion sizes at all. And then they say you may be a good candidate for weight loss surgery that you might not have needed if they had taught you how to diet and eat properly. And they charge you your firstborn son to boot. Money, 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 money. But that's why we're here. And not just in these videos, we're here to help give you the information so that you can ask questions and we can help. So if you're looking for a weight loss community to help keep you motivated or just be there for you on your weight loss journey, please follow us on Facebook and join our Facebook group. Those links are at the bottom of the description. With all that said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.